Hey, how you doing? This is SEIJIHITO here to bring you the news. So, YouTube has remonetized the platform after I reapplied, but still, I want to let you guys know if you want to support the platform, just in case anything like this happens again, you can do it by way of PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and also by the Anchor. And you can also further support the platform by way of going to the T-Store store or the shoe store that is located in the comment section below.
Mayhem in Midtown. Video shows a minivan hitting a group of women, other cars, and even a tree during a chaotic scene that played out in front of a group of neighbors.
So I'm like, you come to somebody's house, their kids is in the house crying, you running them over. So this woman is steady in the van, backing over people, putting it in reverse, backing it up, putting it in drive, backing it up. She's totally cognizant of her action.
That scene played out for more than 10 minutes before officers arrived, arresting the driver of that minivan.
3 women were hit by the van. Fortunately, all 3 women are expected to be okay. It happened around 5:30 this afternoon in the area of Peterborough and 4th Street. Larry Spruill is there live. And Larry, what are neighbors there telling you tonight?
Yeah, Kimberly and Karen, neighbors here tell us that they are just really surprised and shocked that all of this happened here at this intersection. Now, police say the white female driver, ran over 3 women with her car, and it was all caught on cell phone video.
That's the white lady from earlier who we drove past.
Local 4 on the scene of 4th Street in Peterborough Friday night. We obtained this cell phone video from Rachel Smith. Smith, one of the many witnesses who saw this blue minivan run over 3 of her neighbors. Detroit police said the 44-year-old white female suspect was driving a blue 2002 Dodge Caravan when she hit 3 females with her car. They were 23, 28, and 34 years old.
2 of the girls who she ran over, 2 of the black girls, they were bloody because she actually hit them. And we're like, what?
Moments later, you can see the girl in the pink who was ran over earlier running behind the woman in the van with a bat. Neighbors say the victim was trying to get the driver to stop. Police say that's when she struck other vehicles in the area and a tree.
Oh my God. She ran over the sign. So this woman is steady in the van, backing over people, putting it in reverse, backing it up, putting it in drive, backing it up. She's totally cognizant of her action. I don't know what transpired between when I saw her under the tree and when I saw her trying to run them over, but all I know is you don't get to run people over. No matter what happens, that's illegal. Hey, first of all, it's Juneteenth. Like, this is the day black folks got emancipated. If you gonna respect black people any time of the year, it should be Juneteenth.
And police say that driver is in the hospital in serious condition. Meanwhile, the 3 victims, they are in stable condition. We're live in Midtown tonight. Larry Spruill, Local 4.
So, Larry, at the beginning of the video, we hear somebody say, that's the lady from earlier who we drove past. What is she exactly talking about, and do we know what started this all?
And Kimberly, really, that's what we're trying to figure out. Now, neighbors say they don't know how or why this started, but they did see the driver sitting at the corner of a store just really up the road from here earlier this afternoon. Police are trying to figure all of this out. This case and this accident is under investigation. Kimberly?
Yeah, incredible video there. Okay, Larry, thanks.
All right, so I'm just going to say that 100% this is a hate crime. This is a white woman in a minivan who was having a back and forth, obviously, with a woman who was on the block, which is a black neighborhood here. And during that back and forth, she decided that she wanted to keep antagonizing the whole situation. So she obviously said something. People in the neighborhood obviously didn't like the things that she was sitting up there stating. So then you saw the reactions that took place. Now, I'm going to sit up there and say it like this. Very easily at any point in time that if anybody, this white woman, right, if she felt threatened at any point in time, normally what white people do is they call the police. If anything were to go awry or go wrong, they would normally drive off or do whatever it is that they do, and they would sit up there and call the police, and then they would return when the police presence is fully there so that they can confirm everything that they've stated to the 911 call or dispatch or, what may have you. That is not what happened here. You saw this woman about 2 or 3 times basically come back to the neighborhood without even leaving the block. And then she started to run over people's lawns to go after one woman. And then she nearly or almost or possibly hit another woman. And then that woman ended up, after she almost got, killed by the car, she was like, you know what? I'm now coming out with a bat and I'm about to start breaking out the windows to get you to stop or to get you directly out of the vehicle. And somewhere, I'm not sure if it was recorded or not, but there was a third woman who was also injured. Her arm was actually bleeding during the time. And the other thing that I wanted to make note of is the fact that how the media blocked out this white woman's face. And as you can clearly see above you, this is what the woman looks like. So, like I said, I'm not about that life of supernaturally they're waiting for everything to come out. No, we visibly saw none of the black people were in a vehicle. This white woman came to a black neighborhood because of maybe some verbal altercation or whatever may have you. She could have just went off about her merry way, but she decided that she wanted to try to go down this block and she wanted to try to run over these 3 black women. She literally terrorized a black neighborhood, ran over street signs, ran into somebody's car, messing up the grass, and running into a tree. And this is why I state multitude of times that black women, you guys need to go out there and get firearms training. You need to get a variety of, bulletproof vests and different things like this, because things like this will happen. And there just might be an occurrence where you're not going to have, black men around that are going to just be waiting in a truck somewhere to come out and swoop down on the enemy that is trying to attack you, right? Because at this moment in time, somebody could have came through and got a some type of device to puncture the tires to make sure that the vehicle was not able to move or cause any more damage in that neighborhood. Realistically, that's what it would have took, because she would have been rolling around on the rims and it would have been a very slow moving vehicle. She wouldn't be able to move anywhere. So it's like at that point in time, somebody should have came out and punctured those tires to make sure that she wasn't going to be able to move anywhere. Because I promise you, if that would have happened the first time that she ran up on the grass, all the other occurrences where she was trying to move back and forth and hit the 2 other black women, she wouldn't have had a chance. She would not have had a chance at all. And watching the actual video, it's amazing to me. Like I told you guys before, the police came through. They know exactly what took place because the whole neighborhood literally came out. It was like, yo, she's trying to run black women over. She's trying to run black women over. It was her. It was her. It was her. The police were just as calm as could be. The police did not try to assault this woman, pepper spray her. They didn't try to beat her. They didn't try to taser this woman. They didn't try to do anything. They handcuffed her, got her out the car. They handcuffed her and sat her ever so gently and nicely directly on the curb of the street. But we all know, if this was a black individual, this dude would have sat up there and got beat. If it was a man or a woman, they would have got beat, maimed, potentially killed. They would have had the attack dogs out there. They would have had armored vehicles. They would have had the SWAT. They would have had the whole 9 yards dealing with a person who is black behind the wheel, that is going around and attacking, other people, using their car as a weapon. We already know how this would have went, but that's not how it went, in that video. And like I said, this is the reason I keep telling people, black people, you gotta, start protecting yourselves and different things like that, because you can't depend on the police, who are the exact same ones that are supposed to protect your community. They're the same ones that's killing. So how do you expect the protectors to protect you from the killers when they're also the killers along with the other killers? It just isn't going to work. It just isn't going to work. So like I said, black community, everybody, instead of going out to clubs, getting Jordans, buying Gucci and all this other shit that we don't need, this is why we need to go out to gun ranges as a group. This is why we need to sit up there and start going to gun stores and, you know, learning how to properly, you know, take care of a firearm, disassemble a firearm, the ins and outs, you know, of a firearm and different things like that, so that when push comes to shove, we have the necessary tools available so that we can defend ourselves no matter what happens. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned.